Okay.
Okay, so just so you get the first 10 seconds.
Cooking with Lance, my hands are cold, we're making ribs.
What kind of ribs?
Baby back. Right?
All right.
Is that right? Is that right? Is that right?
I'm Dr. Barbecue, and Lance was kind enough to let me join him on his show today. So today we're going to talk about making baby back ribs, and these are a special recipe from a friend of mine in Texas. And so first thing we want to do is we want to figure out what we're going to cook on. Today we're going to cook on the big green egg. Big green egg is like a very large porcelain unit. It's very efficient about burning and containing heat, and it creates a nice radiant source. So other people use cookers with pellets and smokers and things like that, but this is what we're going to use today. Lump coal is what we're going to use, and we're happy to use the big green egg product. To get this fired up, we started with our electronic charcoal starter. So we placed that into the center of the coals and plugged it in. It's been plugged in for about 5 to 10 minutes right now, and it's already starting to get things going.
Yeah.
We also can use these little paraffin wax starters, all natural charcoal starters, and we just light the corner of them, and that allows the fire to also burn pretty evenly. So since we already have it, and you can see one burning right there, there's one of those burners. Okay. So once we've got the center done, this is very hot. Lance, if you could, will you unplug that? Just hold those two and unplug that. Good. And I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to put it in a safe place so it doesn't catch the house or anything else on fire. So that's just another small green egg. We're going to let that hang out in there. Next, we're going to put the rack back on, and we're going to let this sit and burn until it gets up to about 350 or 400 degrees on the heater here. And we're also going to turn the fan on. We're going to use what's called the egg accelerator, and it's just a simple fan hooked in at the bottom here. And once we start that, it is going to bring the temperature screaming hot. Nothing is happening. There we go. I might have tripped a breaker, so let me see if I did. I think I did.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, there it goes.
So that's the egg accelerator, and it's blowing a lot of volume of air up through the bottom, and you can see it starts to really flame things up. So we're gonna let that sit just like that, and let's watch that dome temperature rise. We're probably gonna let it get to about 350 or 400, and then we'll be back. Let's go prepare the ribs, and then we'll come back out and put them on the grill.
Tristan has thrown a wrench in my plan. Kill him.
Okay. So, Lance, the next thing we want to do is we want to clear an area that we know can be clean. We're going to make a little bit of a mess, and some of the bacteria and things coming from the ribs, we're going to be able to clean up easy. So we got a nice smooth surface that's going to be easy to clean, and we're near a sink, we're near a trash can, so we are ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to open this. Now I'm going to just open it so that the blood and everything drains into this sink, so that we don't get it all over. As the ribs come out, we're going to lay them on the countertop, one at a time, just like this, and then we're going to pour that blood out of the sink, and we got our trash can right here where we can easily do it. Now, the next thing is we should just kind of zoom in here. So the underside of a rib cage, this was the outer part. On the underside that was up against the lungs is a membrane that's very tough when we cook, so and when you try to eat it later. So I'm gonna actually work my finger in, see how it's clear? I'm gonna work my finger in here, and then I'm gonna try to stretch out. This is a lot like if you're trying to start tape. on a roll of tape. You want to get started and start from there. So probably the hardest part of the whole procedure is just getting it started. A lot like when you're using tape. So to get a grip on it, because it's super slimy, I usually take paper towels and I grab that little tag and I start rolling backwards. Now see how I didn't get it all the way out? I gotta get the edge out. So we got a good start here on that membrane. So once we get it started and it's nice and even, it actually peels back pretty easy, just like that. So it's just like peel, even, and roll. Why don't you try that, Lance? Just peel, even, and roll. Peel, even, and roll.
Yeah, it's really easy.
That sounded nice. All right,
I don't know how to describe the sound.
You know what we do with this?
Eat it.
Yes. Just kidding.
Okay, good.
All right, so we're gonna try the next one. Now I'm gonna show you 2 of them and then you're gonna try the last one, Lance, so no pressure here, okay? Fine, because it's a little indistinct. I like to find 2 very distinct ribs and go between them. And I just work my finger, I burrow in until I get where I'm starting to get underneath. Pinch it and then start to peel, and then it's very appealing.
I get it.
I got dad jokes. Good. That's cool. Okay, so there's that one. Now, your turn, Lance, to show me how it's done. Membrane area. Really get it in there. Yeah, burrow and work it in until you're seeing it through the side. There you go. Nice. Keep going all the way to the other side, and then try and strip it that way to kind of get there. You go. Now that's your tag. You're gonna roll up. Nice. Nice work. Natural.
I've done it. It's so slimy and slippery.
That's what the paper towel is. You want more paper towel?
I don't know.
What this cook needs is more towel belt.
Whoa.
Don't leave.
I have to do this.
You still tell dad jokes. Oh, Kristen's filming himself. Okay, good. Now for the fun part. So we're gonna just dry it off a little bit. Okay. Okay, you dry off those other ones, and then we're gonna add mustard. Lance, you're doing it all wrong. You gotta just pat it dry. Just pat it dry. Okay, you try it again. Okay, come on, buddy. You got this. Okay, now you're just being dramatic.
Is there a ski mask?
The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add mustard.
Let's go get the ski mask.
No, oh, we got mustard pea on that one. That's gross. Okay. So we're gonna get mustard. Okay. All right. Again, I'll do 2. You do 1. Okay. So we're gonna go like that. Smear.
Massage it in.
We're gonna smear. Now it's very important you do it this way: clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay.
Okay.
It's not doing the clockwise.
Clockwise, counterclockwise. Well.
Okay. All right, flip it over. Here's some mustard. Nice technique, Lance. I'll put a little bit more. All right, there we go. Okay, so since you're in position here, we'll do this. So I'm gonna sprinkle, and you just we wanna kind of evenly get, this is Bad Byron's butt rub, but we're also gonna do some famous Dave's. We're gonna actually do a combo, okay? So, Bad Byron's butt rub, sprinkle, 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 and he's gonna smear it around and evenly, okay? And I'll do these. Should we have one that's just Famous Dave so we can do like a taste test?
Yeah, like a comparison.
Okay, yeah. All right, flip that one over and I'll sprinkle and we can get those even. So I don't know how, somehow we're gonna have to mark the one that's Famous Dave's. I don't know how we're gonna do that.
I could write Famous Dave's on it with Sharpie. That works too, I guess.
All right, well, that's one way to do it, buddy.
The toothpick things.
Tristan. Okay, so this is our.
Oh, that's a lot. Bro.
Yeah, they are. The lower thing. Hold it. Okay, so we're up to like 600, so we left that going for too long. So we'll just kind of choke it down for a minute. So we're just gonna close this grate and prepare it for the next layer. This is the Pit Viper. It's gonna be the fan portion of our next little gadget. So,
I think I got the glove pretty good.
what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use the CyberQ Cloud. Now, the CyberQ Cloud, pretty fancy. It allows us to monitor the cook, but also it adjusts the cook temperature. So it's got a little fan. So if the cook temperature is going too low, it'll turn the fan on and it'll run this little fan and stoke the fire. So it's firing up now, and it actually talks to the internet. So this will actually talk to a cloud, and I've got an app on my phone, I'll show you later, that we can actually monitor the temperatures, the fan output percentage. So whenever it's really cold, the fan output temperature will be like 75%, but when it's just basically steady state and it's kind of close to where it wants to be, it'll just stoke it at like 2 or 3% or none. So it's just identifying the local network, so it connects to our Wi-Fi. Okay. Now, while we're waiting for that, we are going to use a little bit of an apple wood with our smoking portion. So the first hour or two of this cook is going to be. That's hot. I've been soaking these chips in water for the last hour. Some people say you should soak them longer.
You mean like potato chips or?
Wood chips.
Oh, okay.
They're applewood chips. I was soaking them in hot water. So I'm going to sprinkle these all the way around. All around inside the fire. Now we're not going to put the fire out. That will provide smoky flavor in the initial phase of our cook. So I'm going to put this.
It's already pretty smoky.
This is a heat plate that distributes the heat. Okay, and I'm going to put our grill grate on. We already have a, if you look up here, we've got a little temp probe up in the dome that goes to our little unit here. And then we've got meat probes that Lance and I set aside. So we're going to monitor the cook temperatures by putting this right down in the center of the meat. You want to do one, Lance?
Yeah.
Just kind of put on the far one, just kind of straight down. Don't perforate through. Stay inside the meat between the ribs. There you go. Good. So there we go. Now we're going to let that bad boy cook for about 2 hours. And we're gonna set our temperature, if you can see here, we're gonna set our cook temperature, cook temp, for 250 at the dome. That'll give us about 225 at the grate, okay? And then cook temperatures. In terms of the meat, the food temperatures, we're gonna set our food temp cook, a safe temperature to cook pork, about 165. So we've got our food set temp at 165 on one of them. And 165 on the other. So we're gonna sit back. We'll come back, we'll run time lapse, but we'll come back and we'll monitor that and see how it's doing. So I logged in to sharemycook.com and it's showing the pit temperature right now. We set it at target at 250, it's sitting at 245. I'll bet you that fan's doing a little bit of work. Our food is appropriately low at 60, but target's at 165, and the third one's off. So fan output, 13%, and our timer is right now at 1 hour 54. So anyway, so I can be anywhere. I can be at the supermarket checking the cook. I can be inside where it's warm, and it's cold outside today. What do you think the temperature's like outside today? How would you describe it?
Move bar cleared. That's the temperature.
All right, well you guys do your shenanigans, and then we'll meet back up after the smoking phase is complete.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so Now that we've allowed them to simmer a little bit, we've got, remember we did a taste test, we had 2 different rubs. So I'm curious if you've had Famous Dave's, you brought that with you, right? So you've had that before. See if you can test which one is the Famous Dave's and which one is the Bad Byron's butt rub. All right, we'll give you visual inspection. Okay.
This one's more like coarse.
Okay. Do you want to taste them to see if you can?
No.
Garrett, do you want to try? You've had the Bad Byron's before, so you are really on the Bad Byron's team.
Ow, my hand hurts.
You're eating the wrong side.
You don't have to eat the bone.
It's really challenging. Okay. I'm gonna try this one.
Wait, does that just say butt rub?
Doesn't say it says butt rub.
This one is this one's the other one.
Wait, say it again.
This one is this.
Okay.
That one is the one we use those.
Okay. And do you agree, Lance? Wrong. You're both wrong. It's the opposite. There it is.
Bull crap.
I swear. Promise.
True, they're not close.
Yeah, Garrett.
What, am I supposed to say something?
Maybe.
Grease up,